When you hear my story, understand that I have not made it out of North Korea. And I don't even know if I'm still alive today. Hello everyone, my name is Kim Kyung-sun. This is a true story of how my father got killed and how justice was never served. I wish my story carries on and serve the deeds to show the truth of life in North Korea. If you'd like to bring justice to my father's unfair death and save more lives like mine, please comment below, like, subscribe, and share. When I was 8 years old, my father lost sanity due to extreme starvation. He took a cow to a mountain and he butchered it. He brought home the meat and he hid it in the attic. He was so scared to cook the meat, so he took some pieces of the scraps and organs to cook first. Before we even got to eat the meat, police arrived and took my father away. Our neighbor who had smelled the meat cooking had reported us. Everyone knew that we could not afford any meat to cook in a million years, so the smell of the meat had brought suspicion to the neighbors. Killing a cow to eat in North Korea is actually considered one of the extreme offenses. Cows are considered farm equipment, and it is property of the government. My father got sentenced to 13 years in prison. Prison in North Korea is nothing like the modern world prison. Inmates are forced to run constantly, work all day, are beat up for no reason, and received very little food and sometimes nothing at all. Oftentimes, family have to take food for them to help them stay alive. But we didn't even have food for ourselves, let alone any money to travel to the prison he was being held. After a few months, my father was released on parole. He was very malnourished that the prison couldn't keep him there anymore. When he got out, we didn't have any food to feed him at home either. Hunger was so heavy on him. He drew his last ounce of strength, went to a public farm and stole a few ears of corn. No energy to walk fast or run. He got caught by the field guards. They wanted to take the bag from my father, but he refused. Then they started to beat him until he fell to the ground. Still a corn bag clutched so tight in his arms. His pulse faded away, and one last painful gasp lingering. His life slipped away. The people who killed him never got their due justice. Instead of justice for my father and for the rest of the grieving family, a criminal's title was given. If my father hadn't been born in North Korea, at least he wouldn't have lost his life over a beef and a few corns on the cob. I hope he's resting somewhere now that he doesn't have to feel any hunger and pain. And my father's life may have ended, but his story isn't. And please know that without your support, I cannot bring any unheard voice to life. I also want to take this time to thank you, and it means a lot to have you to spread awareness with me. Please stay tuned for the next stories and make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share if you can.